Okay, it's time to get holiday ready. By that, I mean, let's get ready to watch some holiday-centric DCAU Christmas episodes. Are y'all ready? Because I'm ready. Today we're diving into a holiday special that's anything but typical. The new Batman Adventures episode, Holiday Nights. And as it's the holiday season, I'm bringing over my husband, who you guys might know as SerumLake, to talk about this classic festive story. I know. You didn't expect to hear the words Batman and holiday cheer in the same sentence. But trust me, this episode pulls it off. So get comfy, grab your cocoa, and let's talk about how Gotham's favorite dark night somehow makes Christmas feel a little darker, but in the best way possible. Holiday Nights originally aired on September 13th, 1997, and I think it's a perfect blend of Christmas magic and Gotham's signature brand of gritty noir. It's an anthology-style episode made up of 3 and a bit short stories, each capturing different moments of Gotham's holiday season. And, as you'd expect, there's not a lot of warm fuzzy feelings here. The first short gives us a little Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy team-up action. Harley and Ivy are hiding out in a crummy hotel, and they decide to bring themselves a dose of the holiday cheers by going on a shopping spree, using Bruce Wayne's credit card, because who doesn't want to commit a little larceny while everyone's out buying gifts, right? I mean, honestly, this episode makes me feel like I'm not living my best life if I don't rob Bruce Wayne with Ivy while wearing my favorite holiday gear. But it's so in line with their chaotic personalities. Harley's all about having fun, and Ivy's got a thing for taking back what humanity's taken from the environment, even if it involves getting a little green. Literally. Batman swoops in, naturally, to save the day. But this whole sequence is just one part of what makes this special so fun. It's Batman's usual stoic demeanor clashing with the absurdity of Harley and Ivy's antics, and there's something charming about it. Look how happy Harley and Ivy are, and how, despite being under Ivy's control, we see Batman's frustration peeking out from Bruce's expressions. But beyond the holiday chaos, this first story does a great job showing how Batman is Gotham's ultimate gift. Always watching, always protecting. Even if it means spending Christmas Eve on top of a department store. You know, stopping Ivy from turning the whole place into a jungle. Classic Batman. Speaking of department stores and thievery, let's hand over to SerumLake to talk about the second story.
This tale features Detective Bullock and Montoya going undercover on Christmas Eve to find a mysterious thief that has been ripping off the department store. Meanwhile, Barbara Gordon tries to find her dad a last-minute Christmas gift. Really, Barbara? A tie? That's the best you could do? The mystery of the thief's identity isn't all that interesting, it's a returning Clayface. As an aside, I can remember getting annoyed that this was the first episode of the new Batman Adventures when it first aired, because it spoiled the fact that Clayface was back from the dead, even though I already knew he was coming back. I really need to learn to let that go. It has been over 25 years now. Anyway, Clayface is likely trying to raise funds to pay for some experimental treatment to turn himself back to normal, but they don't really get into his motivations. No, the real star of this segment is Bullock, as the department store Santa, with Montoya as one of his elves. Holiday cheer isn't exactly what comes to mind when thinking of Bullock. He has little patience for the kids and acts completely inappropriately, offering to show one child his gun to prove that he's Santa, and sends another boy flying when the thief is spotted. Having said that, we get a rare glimpse at Bullock's kind side when he meets the daughter of a man he had sent to prison, who only wants her dad to be home for the holidays. Bullock can't help there, but he does hand over his donut money so that she can buy something to cheer herself up. Oh yeah, and Batgirl shows up to help put a stop to Clayface's crimes, which is nice. Back to you, Mary.
Now we move into the most iconic holiday villain, the Joker. He's got his own twisted version of a holiday cheer by pledging to not murder anyone for an entire year. So he plans to make up for it by killing thousands of people ringing in the new year. Joker doesn't do peace on earth, after all. He does absolute pandemonium. This entire last story shows off what makes Batman and Joker's dynamic so legendary. Joker doesn't care about the sanctity of the holidays. He's here to ruin it, and Batman's job is to stop him. What else is new? But the episode plays with the balance between the chaos of Gotham and the solemn responsibility that Bruce carries as Batman. Even on New Year's Eve, one of the few nights of the year where there will always be a party going on, and no one's safe from the Joker's insanity. Despite having backup in the form of 3 burly men in clown-face paint, they're no match for Batman and Robin. The real irony of the scene comes when the Joker has Batman in his sights, but the New Year bell falls and flattens the Joker, almost like the holiday itself was lashing out at him. It must have broken every bone in his body.
So before closing out this video, yeah, I'm back again, I want to talk about one of the best scenes from Batman the Animated Series and the new Batman Adventures. The final scene from this episode. Commissioner Gordon and Batman have a coffee, as they do every year, and celebrate getting through another insane year, and toast to the prospect of doing it all again over the next 12 months. And just like every year, Batman leaves without saying goodbye. He just pays the bill and vanishes, while Commissioner Gordon orders a cheesesteak. If only we could all leave like that. This scene is made all the more poignant by the fact that both Commissioner Gordon voice actor Bob Hastings and Batman voice actor Kevin Conroy are no longer with us, and will never get to do this again. Which is a pretty dour note for me to end on, so why don't we hand back to Mary for some cheer?
So all in all, Holiday Nights is a fun, slightly offbeat holiday special that reminds us why Batman the Animated Series and the new Batman Adventures is still so beloved. It balances humor, action, and some deeper themes, like the way Bruce sacrifices normalcy for Gotham's safety, without losing the essence of what makes these characters so compelling. And hey, if you can still appreciate a little holiday chaos with a side of darkness, then Holiday Nights is definitely a perfect watch for any Batman fan. It's fun, festive, and a little bit scary? But that's Gotham, right? What do you think? Was Holiday Nights a holiday gem? Or was it too dark for your Christmas cheer? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want more Batman breakdowns and holiday cheer all year round. Until next time, stay merry, stay mysterious, and keep the bat signal shining bright. Happy holidays, y'all!